Alexander when he comes to Citizens Bank Park to watch the Phillies play. It's a great seat, and why wouldn't it be? You see, Ben has been a season ticket holder with the Phils since 1948. That's 65 years for those of you still trying to do the math in your head. Ben was kind enough to let us ride along as he took us on a trip down memory lane.
My earliest memory was when I was about 7 years old. I had an uncle that took me to Baker Bowl to see the Phillies play. That was in the Chuck Klein era. And it was, the stadium was, for people that don't know, was at Broad and Lehigh Avenue. It was like a tin box. The seats were all wood, but it was an experience. And I'll never forget, after that, I became a Phillies fan because there was something about the game that really got me excited.
What's changed when you think back to the first time that you were a season ticket holder now in terms of the fan experience in your mind?
Well, with the parks the way they are now, it's not as intimate as it was in the older stadiums. But there are a lot of things that are a lot better now. You come in the park, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming. They didn't do those things in the early days, all right? And it's a big difference.
There was a serious drought for the Phillies before 1980 came around and a World Series title. What do you remember about the darker days before 1980?
If you were a fair weather fan, it was difficult. If you're what I call a baseball fan, you loved them no matter how they played. And there's a core in Philadelphia that feels that way, whether it's baseball, football, hockey, basketball. You love the sport, you come to see the sport.
So the Phillies finally win the World Series in '80. What was the mood of the city like?
It was like, we can't believe it.
Was it more disbelief than anything else?
Yeah, it really was.
Now, why do you think that is, as opposed to just general excitement?
Because I guess after 30 years since the Whiskets, they never thought it would happen again. It was a good feeling. You know, it uplifts the city on a daily basis, win or lose. I know it does me.
When you look at the experiences that you've had, you tell somebody, hey, I've been a season ticket holder for over 60 years. What kind of responses do you get to that?
Well, I've had a lot of wonderful experiences. During the 1980 World Series, Bill Giles called me one day, and he said, we don't have a place to put Mr. and Mrs. Kaufman, who own the Kansas City Royals. And may they sit with you? I said, we don't have a big box, but sure, let them sit with us. So we gave them the two best seats, and there were about 6 of us in there besides them. And the game starts. By the 4th inning, they get up and leave because we're cheering for the Phillies. but that was a fun thing. You know, they were nice people. I felt bad. But
just how big a part of your life has baseball been?
It's been my major interest of all the sports, okay? And I really look forward to each season. I guess because I look out there and I say, I should be the third baseman, the shortstop, the second baseman. I'd be great. But unfortunately, I have limitations. I instilled myself in them when I watched them play. I said, here I am.
You talk about living vicariously through these guys watching them play. What was it like when you got the call asking you if you wanted to throw out the first pitch?
That was fun. They called me and asked me would I like to throw out the first pitch. I said, sure, who wouldn't? So I came down on the field, and I had 2 of my grandsons with me. One caught, and the other handed the ball to me. And that was a big thrill, throwing the first ball out.
Was it a strike?
With all due modesty, yes. So it's been a great run.
With his family in the stands, Jonathan Pettibone's Major League dream came true last week